Hi, my love. This is going to be your layers of you reading. So for the reading, it looks like the main question of concern is involving the love life. So we're going to put a lot of focus on that. But before we get into that portion of the reading, I want to talk about your energy right now. So let's dive into your current energy, and then we'll just dive into, you know, the other parts. So let's see what's going on with you energetically. Whew. Okay, we got that card. So a lot of throat chakra energy coming up for you. We have listening, we have communication, and we have determination. So your current energy, let me move this. Your current energy right now, look at my little son. Okay, your current energy right now, listening, determination, and communication. So right off the bat, the question that you're asking is involving the significant other, the person you're in a relationship with. And what I can see from that is there is a need to communicate. The throat chakra is very strong between you two, but more so with yourself. This is a need to really utilize your power of communication, expressing yourself. It's both through truly listening to what the other person is saying when you are communicating with them, but also I feel this is listening to yourself. What are your needs? What are your expectations in this relationship and even in your life? And then the other card coming up is determination. So to me, the determination card is giving that energy of you need to fight for the things that you truly want in your life. And I feel like Spirit is kind of saying you've already had to fight so much for things that you really want and that it's exhausting for you. I feel like you've always had to put it forward 110%. And after a while, even that can be super consuming. That can be super tiring for you. And sometimes it's like you just want to give it up. You don't want to have to fight so hard for things. Because it's like, why can't things just come easy? I feel like that's a question you constantly ask God. So that's another thing is to me is if you are quick to give up based on not wanting to put in so much time, effort, and energy, that to me is almost a red flag right there. Okay. I pulled the lightning card for you, power. This is telling me you need to energize yourself, okay? Your energy level, this one wants to come out too. Interesting. Your energy levels want to come out. Your energy, no, your energy levels need a 1-up. The card wants to come out, sorry. It's one of those where I'm like talking too fast before my thoughts are even coming out. So there's definitely a need for, re-energizing. You need a battery charge basically in your body, in yourself. When was the last time you meditated? When was the last time that you took care of yourself in a way to revitalize yourself? Took a nap when you needed to, allowed yourself to let out emotions when you needed to, took a shower and imagined it was cleansing your soul. I mean, those are things, those are ways to revitalize that I feel like you need to do. We also have Green Man, synergy. So synergy to me is like, when I look at it, is to me, it's all coming together. It's uniting with self. It's also plants. It's also like earth energy, and a lot of communication. So I feel like this is a lot of grounding that needs to happen here. A lot of grounding that needs to happen to help you become stronger. And I feel like it's like you need to build up your strength in order to battle this relationship. I feel like that's kind of like what's happening here. When you don't have your strength up, when you are not motivated, you're not motivated in other areas of your life. And then that's a recipe for disaster. We have the Wheel, 4 of Cups, and the 7 of Wands. Yeah, you're really going to have to fight for it. The wheel card is like things are going to be shifting. You're going to start seeing the ball rolling again, okay? Things that may have been stagnant, because that Four of Cups there is revealing like that stagnant energy that you've been in. The relationship hasn't really been evolving the way that you may have wanted it to. Your life may not have been, has been, oh my God, I can't talk. Your life may not be evolving the way you would want it to, or as quickly as you thought it would be. And the Seven of Wands is all about fighting for the things that you want, having to defend yourself all the time, right? So, and that could be exhausting if you are already running on fumes. So I feel like with your current energy right now, in order to be strong enough to battle this relationship, to fight for this relationship, or to fight for end results in the relationship, you're going to need to ground and recharge your battery. And then also we have let go coming up. Also utilizing your voice, learning to speak up when you need to, learning to express yourself when you need to, and then learning to keep quiet and listen when you have to. Okay. Letting go card came up. So this could be maybe you're holding on to grudges, especially in this marriage, or this relationship, I should say. You know, if you're not willing to let go of things from the past, how can the two of you move forward? That kind of thing. We have autumn, which is like representing death or transformation, because you know everything is dying, the leaves are falling. So to me, it's kind of like you need to let go and let go and let things die, right? Get rid of and let go of things that just no longer hold a place in your life. That's another part of your energy that needs work. And then we have express your individuality. Your self-expression is so strong. And you needing to find a voice. You also have a hell of a lot of green here in your cards that I can see. So to me, green is life. Green is earth energy. It's grounding. So a lot of communication and a lot of grounding and recharging here. You have a beautiful energy to you, by the way. I feel like it's like Spirit is showing me flowers blooming, and I feel like it's like you're wanting to grow into your or become in your own power, but you just don't know if you're allowed to. And I don't know if that's because of the dynamic of the relationship, but it's like you want to bloom and you want to develop, you're just afraid to. Okay, so now we have the financial part of your life coming up. So let's look at that. So financial, we have flexibility. Flexibility with the finances. This is, I believe this is root chakra energy. Yeah, it looks red to me. Sorry. Root or sacral. Being more flexible with the finances, being more flexible with the way that you spend, or even the way that you see money, okay? If you're allowing your bills to control you, we need to change that. You need to see yourself as you have a handle on the bills. We have the Chariot card, and we also have Nine of Wands, and we have the Queen of Wands. Beautiful. Needing to take handle and don't allow the bills or money to control you is what I'm seeing here. The Chariot card is like moving forward. Don't look into the past. There were past mistakes with that Nine of Wands card coming up. Past mistakes with money. Maybe you guys didn't make the right choices, or you invested in things that just didn't work out. Understand that's life, right? That is life. But the Queen of Wands energy is like, whatever you put your heart and soul into, you can evolve more of, okay? So you're not doomed financially. You just need to be more flexible with how you create that money. And, you know, whatever it is that you choose to do with your life, whether you work or whatever you do, ask for what you want. When was the last time you did ask that, you know? Have you always been afraid to ask for something because you weren't sure if you were deserving of it? I feel like that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing here for you. So literally asking for what you want. What is it that you want in your financial life? What is it that you want to do with your financial life or your career? You know, do you want to switch jobs? Do you want to, I've just pulled love, compassion. Do you need to work but maybe it's you want to do some kind of work that you're more devoted to because it's something you love. It comes from your heart. Okay, so that's also what's popping up there with the finances is you need to put more heart and soul into what you're doing. And if you're not falling in a place of love and it's not from your heart, it's going to be hard to show up for work, or it's going to be hard to like pay those bills when it's like there's nothing else going on in your life that makes you feel like you're fulfilling your purpose. So we want to kind of switch that up a little bit for you. Okay, let's look into the spirituality. And then we're going to do the love life and the future, because I feel like the love life and future I could kind of like blend in to fit together. So your spiritual connection. So Spirit is just showing me a lion right now, like roaring. I feel like that's like for you needing to find your voice. You are definitely needing to find your voice. Speaking up when you need to. And I feel like a lion roaring is almost the energy of like literally letting your primal side come out. You're no longer just being held up domesticated, right? You want to roar. You want to be yourself. Okay, so we have relationships coming up with your spiritual journey. We have inner child coming up, and we also have divine wisdom. So your spiritual journey is kind of showing a couple little factors that are popping up that are going to be like little discoveries in areas of work when you're developing spiritually. And one of the first things is your relationships. So this could be also romantic. Your romantic relationships are they're kind of influenced by your spiritual connection. Everything is connected. Our money life, our love life, our spirituality, everything. So I feel like when you are more spiritually connected and when you are working towards developing your strength with God or your strength with your belief systems, your relationship dynamics are going to change. This is not just romantic love. This is also your friendships, your social circles, your relationships with people at work, your peers, all of the above. Okay? So if you're finding that you are disconnected with people socially and romantically, I feel like kind of part of the root cause is your spiritual connection. And that's when you got to ask yourself, am I spiritually connected? Am I fulfilling my life purpose right now? Because if you're not fulfilling your life purpose and you are feeling like I'm just waking up and I don't have a purpose, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing today, your attitude is going to kind of your attitude is going to go and influence the relationships around you. People are going to sense you're unhappy, and so then it's like you're attracting that kind of energy. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. The other thing is inner child. So this is inner child work. This is dealing with some childhood issues, things from your past. Okay? So spiritually speaking, when you are ready to deal with those topics, they will come up. Okay? But they're only going to come up when you're ready. So this is stuff like if you're like, oh God, I'm not ready to deal with that just yet. Don't worry, you don't have to. But know, when you are spiritually connected and when you are learning about yourself more and you're connecting with God energy, there's going to be a factor of forgiveness popping up here. Okay? And then we have divine wisdom, which I feel like there's still some stuff left. There's like that book to read, to learn more about yourself, to discover more about yourself, your belief systems, and all of the above. There's a desire for knowledge there, is what I'm seeing with that card. So I take that as your spiritual journey. You have a hunger and a curiosity for it, and maybe you haven't tapped in because you're trying to like mend other areas of your life first, and when actually you should be mending this area because all of the other things are going to come through. Okay? So I feel like that's going to be like an aha moment for you. Hopefully. I mean, it just depends on how you perceive it, I guess. So 6 of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Tower. Oh yeah, when you're ready to tap in spiritually, this is going to be the aha moment. This is going to be truth slapping you in the face, my love. Six of Pentacles is balance. What you give, you will receive. It's a lesson that you have to learn. The kind of energies that you are putting out there into the world, you are attracting it back at you, okay? When you start changing your perspective, your persona, your energy, your beliefs, and you're really more kind to yourself, and you're like connecting with God energy, and you're in prayer or you're in meditation, you're gonna find yourself becoming so much more peaceful. And I feel like, I guarantee I could say, when you start becoming more peaceful and in tune with yourself, you're going to see like that balance, what you're putting out there. You're going to be receiving softness. You're going to be receiving peace in your relationship dynamics. It's beautiful the way that works. The other thing popping up is the Ace of Swords, which is the card of truth. So there's going to be a lot of truth slapping you in the face when you evolve spiritually. You're finally going to be recognizing things, and maybe that's where the childhood stuff comes out. But it's also giving you the power to be honest with yourself, which I feel is important, because I feel like there's a lot of sweeping under the rug with you. The other thing is the Tower energy. It's going to rock your world, without a doubt. There could be just some major shifts, major crumbling. Stuff might fall apart, but it's going to fall apart for a reason. But it's stuff that needs to happen. And it's going to rebuild you. You're going to be able to rebuild and become stronger. We have do some research. I love that, especially with the divine wisdom. Like I was saying, there's a need for knowledge. So doing research can be, maybe you're not yet comfortable with establishing a certain faith right now. Maybe you're still looking into it. Doing research is allowing yourself to test out different forms of beliefs until you find a way that is comfortable for you. And it doesn't have to be black or white. It doesn't have to be it doesn't have to be a certain religion or a certain like ritual or tradition. It could just be in your own flavor. And I pulled cave or sanctuary for you for that. So to me, it's like your faith-based, your spirituality needs to be a form of sanctuary for yourself, a place that you feel calm and relaxed and safe. And if that doesn't look like a church, like a, going to church and doing all of that doesn't feel that way for you, then don't do it. But if maybe feeling safe and is in your own home, you're in prayer, and you're spending time with your whatever it is that makes you feel connected to God, but it's your own flavor, then do that. So that's what I'm saying. Or vice versa. Maybe you feel safe in a sanctuary when you are in church, right? So maybe your faith will be evolving. But whatever the case, you have to do what feels natural and right for you, okay? So spiritually speaking, my love, there's a lot there. There's a lot there. There's going to be a lot of shifts and changes. So it's kind of like when you're ready to tap into that energy, it's going to be there waiting for you. And I feel like once you start to do that for yourself, all this other stuff is going to start coming out. Okay. Where are we? We're at 18 minutes. Perfect. So let's look into the love life. This is the main question that you were asking. Are your feelings and everything being manipulated by your significant other, or how is this relationship looking? Let's look into it. So let's pull the energy of your love life. We have rebirth, relationships, determination. Beautiful. So a lot of those themes, a lot of those energies are coming up again. The rebirth to me is newness, needing to die from the old and rebirth something new in this relationship. This is a form of letting go of things, okay? The two of you. Because this is your reading, so this is looked at from your perspective. But your significant other also has things that they need to let go of, okay? To allow the two of you to move on into the next phase of your relationship, okay? So that's what I'm seeing there, is that there needs to be some letting go of things and allowing change and transformation to take place in your relationship. And if the two of you are willing to do that and you're both determined to work at it, then that could be a beautiful thing. But I feel like the energy of this is saying it's going to take work. We have daughter coming up. I don't know if there's kids involved. Daughter can be an indication of that. Maybe a daughter can be an indication of the children dynamic, or having kids in the future. We have patience, please, coming up. And we also have birthday. So I feel like birthday kind of goes hand in hand with your rebirth, okay? When we talk about birthdays, we talk about New Year's. It's like your own personal New Year. So are you going through a birthday soon? It's your own personal New Year. It's you literally setting intentions to be a different version of yourself, to be an advanced version of yourself, to change for the better. And hopefully your significant other is also doing their part in changing too. But I feel like that's kind of what that's saying. Also, patience, please, is saying there needs to be patience with this relationship. But I feel like I have to strongly suggest that this is not one-sided. And if it is one-sided, then there's your red flag, okay? But this relationship needs to be the both of you working at it. So we have 10 of Pentacles. We have Prince of Wands, or Princess of Wands, I should say, Page of Wands. And we have 3 of Cups. So there's some good things coming your way. The birthday and the 3 of Cups is kind of like a birthday celebration, I feel. There's some plans there. So there could be some upcoming celebrations that will bring you guys together, some family stuff, because of 10 of Pentacles too. So that could be some family gatherings, some sort of celebration popping up here. The Princess of Wands or the Page of Wands can sometimes indicate, because we have the daughter, it could indicate children. So there could be a role of children in your future, in this relationship, or maybe that is a topic that you guys are talking about. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't like to read for, oh, you will have a child or whatever. Like, I don't like to read for that, but I'm just saying because that's what I'm seeing. And then we have 4 of Cups that wanted to pop out. And that's kind of worrying me because 4 of Cups energy is not wanting to take initiative, okay? Is that what is holding this entire relationship up? Because the way that I lay the cards out is intuitively. And for some reason, I wanted to lay this 4 of Wands out right here at the bottom. Is your entire relationship based off of not taking initiative, fears, not being motivated? Is that the direction that this relationship has been in? Is there romance still? Is all of this literally laying on the factor of, are we going to do this or not? Okay. There's kind of like a lot at risk here. I feel it's not solid foundation. I feel like there needs to be a lot of work to get you guys to a place of being more solid together. Yeah, the energy is there to do it, but it's how bad do you want it, okay? How bad do the 2 of you want it is the big question. Ooh. Okay, we have release, invocation, vision quest, and sanctuary. So what I'm seeing here is, to me, I feel like there's a mixed emotion here with you. I feel like part of you is ready to leave. I also feel like the other part of you is ready to stay and work this out. You are literally, I feel you're like ping pong balling it. You are going back and forth of whether you want to keep going or if you want to stay. The sanctuary card is kind of making me feel like you feel safe and secure in the relationship that we have right now. But at the same time, you are desiring to see what else is out there. Okay. So it's kind of like you're at odds with yourself. I pulled the children card again for you. So you got to tell me, you got to tell me if there's children involved. Because that could also play a big factor of why you don't want to leave the relationship, because maybe the children, or are you pregnant, or is this something that you hope to have happen in this relationship? Something with kids though, that keeps popping up for you. So I would love to know, please let me know. But yeah, I'm getting the feeling though that you are, you know that crossroads is going to come up for you soon. You can't ride the 2 lanes forever, okay? Eventually, you're going to have to make a decision. And I feel like that's what you're afraid of because you don't want to make the wrong decision, but you got to listen deep down. And that's where, like, the first part of your reading, the energy reading, where I was talking about the determination, fighting for yourself, speaking your inner truth, that's where all of that is going to come into play, because that's where you're going to start to figure out and find your own voice and power to deal with this. Temperance is all about 1 foot in, 1 foot out. All about it. Temperance is also about patience and balance. So the dynamic of this relationship, I feel you're not yet ready to make up your mind yet. It's not time, but I feel like eventually you're going to hit that crossroads and you're going to have to make a decision. My advice for you is to start working on self, working on your inner truth, balancing yourself, literally recharging yourself so you could be present each day for this relationship. Start communicating with your significant other more, figuring out where they are at, okay? If there are kids involved, looking at the children also. How are they relating to this situation? Where is their energy at? It's also maybe an idea too, if you don't have children with this person and you're not sure if you want to be with this person forever, the idea of bringing children into the world may not be a good idea at this time. I would hold off on something like that until you know for a fact that this is what you want. It could go different ways though, you know what I mean? So let's pull on the future. Let's pull on the future of what's to come. Not just in love, but just all around. What is to come? And when I do these future readings, they are subject to change based on your present actions. Nothing is set in stone. And then also, I don't look super far into the future. We're literally looking like a year from now, tops. Okay, so let's just see what's popping up in the next few months. What energies are you going to be playing with? All right, that one wants to come out. Ooh, we have peace, we have abundance, and rebirth. I love it. Yeah, there's going to be some new beginnings coming your way in the future. Absolutely. Is this going to be about the love life? It could be. The peace, though, could also be the love life. But that's solely up to you and your significant other to decide what you want to have happen, okay? The rebirth can literally be a rebirth in yourself, in your soul, in your spirituality connection. If you start to really focus on yourself, like we talked about, this could be a rebirth in you, okay? This could also be a literal birth. So if you are pregnant or are having a child, that could be coming up in the future too. The abundance card is coming up. So abundance in many areas of life, of maybe receiving some blessings that you've been asking for. Abundance is a good thing, but sometimes if we got to be careful what we ask for. Because sometimes we receive abundance in things that maybe we thought we wanted, but we don't always want. So if you are praying for something or you are setting intentions and trying to manifest something in your life, be very specific of what you want. We have the full moon. We have completion popping up. We have effortless with the waterfall. And we have eagle, communion. I love it. So there's lots of really good things coming together. I feel like you're going to be seeing some answers to some long-awaited prayers, questions that you've been having. There's completion there. So you're going to be, this could be a literal completing something, a goal, reaching a goal, completing something with work or school. The process of the future is effortless as long as you allow things to flow, because it's the waterfall. So it's like, as long as you allow things to flow as they are meant to, and you don't try to control everything, it'll be an effortless thing. I don't even know what word I'm looking for. The communion card, to me, this is like between you and spirit. Your communion with spirit, with your faith. That's also another thing that's going to start to come out in the future. How you connect with God. We have dietary change. We have spring and we have marriage. Interesting. Those are powerful messages right here that the Faes are throwing at us. So dietary change could be some literal healthy changes that you might be making in the future with your diet. Okay. Spring, this could be the springtime next year, can be a literal monumental moment in your life. There could be some big things happening around this time of year for you. Okay. So write that down in your notes, spring. Marriage is also popping up. So if this is the dynamic of the relationship starts to grow and evolve, it could actually lead to this. Okay. So it depends on how you manifest your relationship. If you are working at making it better, it could lead to that happy ending. I'm not here to tell you that everything is doomed. I'm just here to give you guidance on what it looks like in the moment. So the future, marriage is in the future. Will it be with this person? I don't know. Could be. But it just depends. But there is marriage in your future. So that's actually exciting. But I'm not going to read too far into that because, like I said, anything can change with future readings. Nothing is set in stone. So the tarot with the future, we have Queen of Swords. We have that Four of Cups again. We have the Six of Cups and we have the Nine of Swords. So what I'm seeing with the tarot, so it's funny because the Oracle always brings like such positive insights, and then the tarot is like the thing that throws all the shit at you. So in the future with the Queen of Swords, being able to learn to speak up for yourself is a big key, okay? So I'm seeing you will be evolving into Queen of Swords status in the future. This is a major one-up and a major transformation for you to be able to utilize your voice. So I do see that happening in the future, which is a good thing. Four of Cups is popping up, so be careful with procrastinating, or be careful with not wanting to feel motivated. There may be some bouts of feeling unmotivated to take on, little things in your future. That's something to look out for. This could also be the relationship too, okay? Letting it grow stagnant too long, you're going to create issues for you guys. The Six of Cups, someone from the past could be coming into your future, or your present, I should say. Because we're looking at the future. So this could be an old friend coming back into the picture. You might be receiving an email or a text message from someone you haven't heard from a while. This could be reuniting with old family. This could be reuniting with an old flame. I mean, there's a lot of different things, but the Six of Cups usually signifies someone from your past coming back. This could also be the card of forgiveness too. So the need to forgive situations